Hello. Welcome back. I would just like to dedicate this video to the fact that I got dressed from the top up. Basketball shorts on the bottom, as well as slippers. But that's okay because my desk is clean, my mind is fresh, my shirt is inspiring, and it's time for another watercolor video. It has been far too long. So, without further ado, how to make a letter for your gallery wall or your home to hang up on the wall that combines the elements that you've watched in my other videos. And yeah, let's do it. As I said in the intro, today we're going to be doing a letter that you can put on your wall. I've done these letters as gifts for weddings and baby showers. You can do any kind of initial you want. I'm going to teach you specifically in a letter today, but obviously this skill could be translated to anything else. A trick I did actually learn. I've been spending a lot of time on Skillshare, and a lot of great tips and tricks are being learned. If you line up, I just have from our book, I have a piece of paper, and if you line up the edge with the edge of the paper with the edge of the book, and you pick a spot and you keep your hand as the anchor, and then you just slide your hand down, and it'll create a straight line. In theory, let's see if I can make it reality. So I'm gonna start with my P probably about right here. Hey. Sweet. Unlucky for me, the rest of my name is not a line, so it's gonna be freehand. Let's go up a little bit more. It's not bad. Could do the same thing for the inside part. Oh my goodness. She made it look so easy on her Skillshare. Very Kate McDevitt. I was watching hand lettering. It was very useful. She'd probably not be proud of this though. Great. And I think that looks pretty thin. Dang it. So be sure when you're you can sketch as much as you want, but before you start watercoloring, be sure to erase any of the pencil mark that is going to be inside your letter. You will find out very quickly and the hard way that watercolor, for some reason, it kind of seals in pencil. So when I started watercolor, I was in my mind like, oh, I can just erase, whatever I don't, whatever is left over in my sketch, I can just erase. After I do the actual, oh, I didn't line it up, guys, come on. After I do the actual watercolor, so for example, this line, it will, if you put watercolor over this, it will never be erased. And you will see the line, because watercolor is not opaque. It's very transparent, so you will see that line forever and ever, and you'll never be able to erase it. Wow. I'm ridiculous, and I realize I just now started the video. Wow. The video wasn't on, so to catch you up, that was lame. To catch you up, and just gave it a light dusting of pink around the edges so that we have the shape of the letter without being forced to put flowers in every single corner of this. And it's important that your watercolor dries. So when you go to paint over it, it doesn't bleed into everything. Great, I'm gonna start painting my roses. If you remember, I posted a whole video about how to paint roses. I'm gonna put a rose right here. So this is what I kind of start my roses with. It's just kind of an oddly shaped oval that you combine. If you look at the center of a rose, it's very concentrated and then it kind of loosens out. So our strokes in the middle of the rose are going to be close together and thinner. And then as we go out, they're going to be also lighter colored as you go out. So. And the point is just to randomly layer. And I'm using the body of the brush to help me get those strokes wide, like so. This paint will also always be chalky. You're not doing anything wrong, it's just the quality of the paint. You'll notice as it dries, it only dries chalky. So if you decide that watercolor is what you like, then you can get more expensive stuff that doesn't turn chalky when it dries. If you find it's really hard to make those little beginning inner marks with a bigger brush, go ahead and use the smallest brush you have and then switch to this when you start using the body of the brush. When we let that pink under there dry, it's just like a normal, the paper was that color pink. So it gives us that nice border without having to put something right on the edge of everything. Anytime I say edge, my husband goes, "I'm on the edge." I'm sorry. It's funny, he makes me laugh. I'm gonna make my roses a little bit bigger because I made that sucker huge and now all the rest of them look tiny. This one's already starting to dry, you'll see it's chalky. It's very chalky. You know what, I'm gonna do a smart thing before I get too far because I just painted over that. As I mentioned, you will not be able to erase pencil once you've painted over it. So I'm gonna go ahead and erase this pencil while I still can. All right. So if you can see, I'll show you. If you can see right there, that pencil mark did not get erased because I accidentally painted over it. So now we have our kind of pink silhouette and we can keep painting. And now we don't have to worry about that pencil. You're just gonna draw your straight line with the tip, and then you're gonna tip and then the body of the brush and pick back up. Tip, body of the brush, pick back up. And then you just fill it in with. Same thing, draw a line. Use the tip, lay the body of the brush down and pick up. Ah man, I think I got an eraser part in there. Oh well, that's character. Oh, got it, okay. And in places like this, where I have multiple roses, I plan out in my head where I want those leaves to go. Like I might have, so they don't, you know, all go to the center. So I'll have this leaves going that way, probably that one going that way. I might have this one go up and then that one go that way. Yeah, let's try that. Now, let's talk berries. I'm gonna use a yellow. Let's mix these yellows. I'm gonna make berries and then later go in and add the twigs. So, and I like leaving a little bit of like white space in them. Just gives them dimension, I guess. Now I'm gonna take a darker green. Let's go with this guy. I'm gonna add some brown. Maybe some of that yellow. And I'm gonna do just some loose vines. I'm gonna do it with the little pencil, or the little, why do I keep calling it a pencil, you guys? The little brush. The little baby brush. instead of adding stems to these berries, I'm gonna take an orange and I'm just gonna make little tiny rosebuds to fill in those gaps. I think that's pretty good. Now I just need to find a frame to put this baby in, let it dry completely, and then you can hang it on your wall or whatever you want. Clean off your brushes and let them dry. Don't leave them in here. Kind of flattens out it kind of frays the bristles, but remember on DVDs how they had special features and they always had deleted scenes and bonus features that now Netflix and Hulu for some reason think aren't important about a movie? And those were always my favorite part, mainly because I just didn't want to get off the couch and change the DVD, so I'd further its life by using its bonus features. Anyway, this is a deleted scene or a bonus reel of my studio and how I create my videos. So come check it out. There's my desk. Don't mind that bookshelf. I have not organized it yet. But my sweet husband, we got this desk from a friend and we painted it and put contact paper on it, and my husband built this like downward facing angle camera rig out of PVC pipe, and then he put this long screw in with a I don't actually know, this little tripod arm for my phone. And so this is the view you guys get, and this is the infamous air conditioning units that always make an appearance in my videos. And this is my vision board, my mood board. There's my logo that I worked so hard to create. Here is my shelf. This is my wall that I'm going to put like twine and then clothespins so I can just hang all the stuff I paint. So, further videos to come. Here are my big brushes. Here are my brush pens, my markers and highlighters, Sharpies, got pens, the printer. Have fine tip pens like Sharpies. There's my stack of paper. Here's my pencils, ruler, eraser, and scissors. There's my small brushes. And we got this mug on our honeymoon. And this is my husband's. He has his collection of pens in there, hidden away. There's my random for embossing. I have stuff in there for embossing and whiteout. This is my watercolor. I started by using, this was the first watercolor I ever used, and it's liquid, so you don't have to add water to it, and it's very nice. And this is my acrylic paint. And that's my studio, guys. That's my cute little studio that I create videos for you guys. And soon to come a gallery wall. I really hope you guys can feel that all I want for you is to take the intimidation out of getting started in art, because there are so many talented people and so many expensive items that people convince you you need to have in order to do well. And I really hope you guys take these videos seriously and try to create with me and really explore your curiosity into watercolor. I am the first to say that I am not the most experienced nor know the most about art, but I do know what it's like to begin from zero knowledge, and I know what it's like to never have taken an art class and feel really overwhelmed by all the information that I don't know and all of the tools that I don't have. And I started from zero and I was able to figure it out somehow. And I just want you to know you can too. There's no limit. There's no reason that you can't do what I'm doing. None. All it takes is practice and $15 at Walmart. Please let me know how I can help you guys answer questions, and I'm just really grateful for your support. The fact that you're still watching this video means a lot to me. Stay tuned for more videos.